Whoa. A little check here. I'll do this real quick here. Holy cow. Miami at Baltimore. I'm watching the end of that game. Baltimore's just put Miami to the woodshed. Steeler game hasn't started yet. It won't start for another about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I don't know why CBS hasn't switched over to that. Any of the other games are remotely close. See if anything else is going final in. Oh my God, the Cardinals beat the Eagles. I freaking called it. I called it in my predictions. I said Philly was going to screw this pooch. Oh, they screwed it all right. San Fran is the number 1 overall seed. And then, wait a minute, does that mean Chicago's got the number 1 overall pick? A lot happened with that Arizona win with James Conner scoring in the last minute. So Chicago, is that game even final yet? Yeah, Chicago's up 30-17, so that should be close enough to consider that game over. Here, but yeah, it is official. A lot of stuff happened with that one win. San Fran won 27-10 over Washington. They're 12-4. So that makes it official. All they needed was a win and a Philly loss this week if they get the number 1 seed. We still got the Rams and the Giants going on here. Rams up by 1. Giants scored a touchdown on a punt return. Went for 2 and couldn't get it. It's 3rd and 9 Rams with the ball. They're at the 2-minute warning. The Giants still have a timeout. And the Rams are well within their own territory. All they need is 1 first down, and that game's over. But they need that 3rd and 9. Otherwise, Giants are going to have a chance at this. New Orleans and Tampa's not a final yet, but it's 23-13 New Orleans over Tampa. And that clouds up the NFC South picture. Tampa can still win the division with a win next week over Carolina. If I believe that they have a better conference record than New Orleans. They split the series. But I believe Tampa is 6-5 in the conference, and New Orleans is 5-6 in conference. So New Orleans got a huge win to keep their playoff, or at least their wild card hopes alive as well. With the Rams game still up in the air, and with the upcoming Steeler game we have coming up here, Steelers did not get any help today. The Colts won 23-20 over the Raiders, and that puts the Colts at still in the 7th position. And with the Colts and the Texans facing off next week, that is officially going to be for a playoff spot. Buffalo, I believe, have they won yet? Yeah, Buffalo has won, so they're 10-6. Buffalo, I believe, that locks them in the playoffs. And they are going to play the Miami Dolphins next week for the AFC East Division Championship. So we got some games with some serious implications here. The Steelers are going to need to win today. For the Steelers to get in the playoffs, they are obviously going to need to win their last two. And they are going to have the Jacksonville Jaguars lose to the Tennessee Titans next week. That is the only way in, I believe. Unless for some reason the Texans and Colts tie. Which, deja vu from 2 years ago. And it looks like the Saints and the Buccaneers game is officially about to be a final. They're taking knees now. 23-13 will be the final in that. There's still about 4 minutes left in the Chicago game, even though the game's irrelevant to playoff standards. Because I don't know. I need to see if Chicago has been eliminated yet. They had a 1% chance of getting in. But I think Chicago needed a New Orleans loss somewhere in their picture to have a realistic shot. New Orleans is going to play Atlanta next week. I believe the Bears are eliminated. I think they needed New Orleans out because New Orleans beat Chicago earlier in the year, so the head-to-head tiebreaker works against them. So even though the Bears look like they're about to win, they're going to... Let me see if the Steeler game has commenced yet. It should be getting on it here in a minute. I'll mark that down. So next week, the Colts and the Texans are going to play each other at the Oil Drum. And the winner of that looks like that could be for a division title. It is up in the air yet. It's either going to be for the number 7 seed or it's going to be for the AFC South title, depending on what Jacksonville does. Judas Priest. It's 56-19 Baltimore. I'm just going to mark it down right there. I don't think any more scoring is going to happen. I think they're just going to want to kill those last couple minutes. Giants have the ball. Under a minute to go, but they're in Rams territory. They're at the Rams 34. No timeout yet. No timeouts left. They burned that. Bears scored a touchdown to make it 36-17. That was pretty much game over anyway. About to have the start of this game here real shortly between the Steelers and the Seahawks. Seahawks probably still have their eyes on what's going on with the Rams here. That would be a real big help for Seattle if the Rams were to lose, and a big help for the Saints and Buccaneers as well, and the Green Bay Minnesota game, which is going to happen tonight on Sunday night. The winner of that Green Bay Minnesota game would love to see a giant win, and they're showing the Seahawks are not going to be eliminated with a loss today. A loss will not eliminate them. And the kickoff is away. Seattle kicks off to us from right to left, and it goes to the end zone for a touchback. And we're going to see Mason Rudolph for the first time today. And the Steelers will travel from right to left, which will mean Seattle will get the ball first to start the second. Keep an eye on the Bears and the, excuse me, not the Bears. Keep an eye on the Giant Ram outcome. It's now 4th and 12 from the 36 of the Rams here. This will be a 53-yard field goal for the Giants. There's still 37 seconds left for the Rams to do something. If it's good. As the handoff to Najee up the middle is good for about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. And the kick. Oh, the Giants missed it. They missed the field goal. The Rams are going to survive by the skin of their teeth. 26-25, the Rams. I'm not 100% if that is going to secure their playoff position or not. As Mason's on shotgun, and there's a draw hand up to Najee up the middle, and Najee's going to get maybe a yard, if that. But a brutal loss for the Giants. And for those teams that needed to see the Rams lose to help their playoff chances, such as Green Bay, Minnesota, New Orleans, and Tampa. Tough loss there. And now all those set eyes of those 4 teams I mentioned, now they're all in this game right here. As 3rd and 5 from the 29, Mason takes the snap, looks to his right. Now looks left, fires, passes caught. It is Deontay Johnson with the first down of the 40. And he's going to run out of bounds at the 43-yard line for a first down Steelers. Needed 5, he got 18 on that run, on that catch and run. And the handoff, and now Jalen Warren on the right takes a spin move and actually stiff arms, and he's going to run, try to get to the pylon for a first down, and they're going to say, yes, he's got a first down. Needed 10, got exactly 10 as Jalen Warren. Ran a little misdirection there, and a nice spin move to evade a tackle and a nice stiff arm, and he got right at the chains. And 1st and 10. Steelers now are in Seahawks territory from the Seattle 46. Mason takes the snap, looks to his left. Fires a quick pass. Pass is caught by George Pickens. And Pickens is going to be tackled right at the point of right after the catch. And it'll be good for 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 5 coming up. We have Noah showing the inactives here with Noah Landon Roberts, no Minka Fitzpatrick. For Seattle's side, they're hurting in linebacker and safety as well. Jamal Adams and Jordan Brooks is also out for the day. 2nd and 5 from the 41. This time Mason's under center. Motions the man and fakes the handoff here, and he's got to throw that at the feet of Jalen Warren. As Williams 98 was right in Mason Rudolph's face. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Third down and 5 from the 41 of Seattle. Mason takes the shotgun snap, looks to his right, and he's under pressure. He evades it a little bit. Now he's trying to run away from it, and he fires it. The pass is caught by George Pickens, but they're saying no, he did not get both feet in bounds. He would have been short of a first down anyway. Showing he did have Deontay open, but Mason was under duress. He just tried to get rid of it. And showing Pickens only got 1 foot in bounds. And with 4th and 5 at the 41, interesting decision here for Tomlin, and I think a timeout has been called by the Steelers. With 11:30 to go in the first, yep, Steelers called their first timeout. Normally, I would not be a fan of calling a timeout this early in the game, but for a decision like this, if you were to go for it, maybe it's actually warranted to get it here to call a timeout. I'm going to take a little quick peek-see at the standings here real quick. And see. Oh, wait, we got 4th and 5 coming up, and they are going to go for it. Mason, they need the Steelhawk 36, for a first. They're 7-6 this year on 7-16. Mason takes the shotgun snap, looks, fires deep to the left. The pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Pickens. And 27 for the Seahawks. That is Woolen with a nice defensive play. It was on target, but Woolen got his hands in there just as the ball arrived. And it's going to be a turnover on downs with 11:25 to go. And the Seahawks are going to have an excellent field position starting at their own 41. Taking a look there at, it does not say Buffalo has clinched yet, which is interesting, because it must have something to do with maybe Cincinnati still being around. They do have identical conference records as the Steelers do, but that is only a factor if the Steelers were to win this. Would have thought Buffalo was there. The Raiders have been eliminated today with that loss to the Colts, obviously. The Rams have not officially clinched, according to the ESPN. So that... And the good news for the Rams is they are going to face the 49ers at San Fran next week. But now that San Francisco has clinched home field throughout, along with the Ravens, San Fran's got no obligations to play their starters But oh boy, that missed field goal. I didn't see it. I was looking at the stat tracker on Yahoo, and it just said that Mason Crosby missed that field goal. Oof. That hurts some playoff implications for quite a few teams. As Geno Smith takes the first down snap from his own 41, the pass falls incomplete. He was under pressure from Cam Hayward. Dang, phlegm. Yeah, pardon me. But with that loss for Philadelphia, that loss did, like I said, it did a lot of things. Arizona's now 4-12. The Carolina Panthers have secured the worst record in the league, but they don't have their number one overall pick. Here as the second down play goes for no gain to Kenneth Walker. He ran to his left and he got tackled at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up. So the Chicago Bears have an interesting dilemma on their hands. Do they want to keep the number 1 overall pick to draft either Caleb Williams or Marvin Harrison Jr.? 3rd down and 9, Seattle coming up here. They need the Steelers 49 for a first. Gino takes the shotgun snap. Looks, has time. Finally fires a pass to Noah Fant, and Noah Fant's going to be just shy of a first down. Needed 9, he got only 8. Patrick Peterson in there on the tackle. It's 4th and 1. We're going to see if Pete Carroll is going to be as aggressive as Tomlin was in the previous job. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're going to send the punt unit out there and play the field position game. And we're only 5 minutes into the game here, so I can understand playing this one a little conservative. So good, strong 3-and-out forced by the Steelers defense. And the punt is away. And fair catch called for at the 12. Nope. I thought it was a fair catch called for, but no, the ball went over Austin's head, and it goes through the end zone for a touchback, so the Steelers will start from their own 20. But yeah, going back to that Philly result, it did secure the number 1 overall pick for the Bears for the second year in a row. They got it outright this past year through their own bad record. This year, they have actually been okay, a pretty okay team. They're now 7 and 9, and technically, are they still alive here? Have they updated that yet? Let's see if they've up. Yeah, okay, yeah. But right now, Philly with Philly losing, Philly now has to have help to win the NFC East. It's now in Dallas's hands. Dallas with that 8-3 conference record, and Philly only at 7-4. So if Dallas were to go to Washington next week and win that game, Dallas is going to win the NFC East and be the number 2 seed, since they do have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Detroit. Philly will have to win at New Jersey against the Giants and have the Cowboys lose to Washington in order for them to get the number 2 overall seed in the NFC. So that was a massive loss for the Eagles. And I said in my short and sweet predictions, I said, watch Philly screw this up, and they screwed this up royally. And they're probably going to have to travel on the road for their first playoff game against the NFC South winner, which for right now it's Tampa. It's either going to be Tampa or New Orleans. I think the Falcons are pretty much done. I don't know if they can win. Oh, no, they could. Oh, no, Atlanta could win the division, actually. I take that back, as the first down pass is going to be juggled and intercepted. Was it intercepted, or was he juggled out of bounds? It looks like Deontay Johnson had it, juggled it, and lost it, and fell into the hands of number 30, Jackson, at about the 40-yard line of the Steelers. They're calling this an interception. I thought Deontay might have been... Let's take a look. Okay, it's a clean catch. Or did he fumble it? Okay, now the question is, was he out of bounds first before he lost that ball? Because he was kind of backpedaling backwards. Let me see if I can, where's my audio?
Definitely a fumble recovery. I don't know about the forced fumble, but either way, it's Seahawks ball.
And it's a freaking Deontay Johnson lost it.
Back in a moment.
They're going to take a look at it. Obviously, all turnovers are reviewed. I'm going Kevin Harlan. I'm calling both games. Even though I'm looking at the playoff picture and watching this at the same time. So, okay, let's talk about the NFC South real quick here. Here's the dilemma. Tampa wins against Carolina. I believe it's at Carolina next week. Tampa wins the South. They're the number four seed, and they're going to play either Philly or Dallas. Probably likely going to be Philly. However, if Tampa loses, then the winner of the New Orleans-Atlanta game next week will be the NFC South champion. Because Atlanta, New Orleans, and Tampa, all three teams carry a 3-2 division mark. So, if Atlanta were to win somehow over New Orleans, it would put in Tampa, obviously they need Tampa to lose, it would bring the division marks at 3-3 and 3-3 for New Orleans and Tampa, and 4-2 for Atlanta. So Atlanta's only way in is if they beat New Orleans and Tampa loses to Carolina. So despite being 7-9 and despite a brutal showing against the Chicago Bears, their agenda is much more simpler than a lot of other teams because of a weak NFC South. But the same can be said for New Orleans. They have to win and have Tampa lose to Carolina. So that settles that picture. And obviously whoever wins the South is number 4. And they reversed the call. What did they say? Did he say he was out of bounds first?
Now, once Johnson's right foot steps out of bounds, he's out of bounds. And anytime an out-of-bounds player touches a loose ball, that makes the ball dead. It goes back to the original team that had possession. So you can see right there, right foot touching the football. It goes back to the Steelers at the spot of the foul.
Wow. So, because the ball was touching Deontay Johnson, despite he didn't even have it, the Steelers catch a break, and it's actually 1st and 10 there as well from the Seattle or from their own 36. As the handoff is to, looks like Najee, and Najee's going to fight his way forward for about 5 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5. Second down, 4 coming up. Mason under center. Banana bunch to the left. Give again to Najee. Najee's going to get about 3 yards. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from their own 45. Need their own 46 for a first. As they're showing Eddie Faulkner, who is the interim offensive coordinator, due in part to Matt Canada's firing a month or so ago. 3rd and 1, Mason under center. And Mason's going to try and sneak for a first down. And it's going to depend on spottage here. And they're saying Mason did, in fact, get the first down. Needed 1, got exactly 1. 7:47 to go.
And they're saying Mason did, in fact, get the first down.
As Mason's on a shotgun here this time from their own 46. And it was a fake the handoff to Warren. Cameron was kind of confused. They didn't know who had the ball. And Rudolph couldn't find anyone to throw to, so he threw it at the feet of the nearest receiver. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Well, they're saying the Rams are not officially clinched yet, so I guess there's a couple scenarios where the Rams cannot get in right now. As a draw hand up to Warren up the middle. Warren's going to get about, almost a first down. He got 9 yards there. It was a nice blocking up front. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up. And again, Mason's going to sneak it up the middle for here. He's going to try to get another first down. This one, again, is going to depend on spottage. This one, he might be short by a few inches. With 6:45 to go, and they're in Seattle territory now. And they're saying he's short. And this will be 4th down. I believe it will be 4th down. Should be 4th down. Yep. No, yeah, they fixed it right. They had it marked 2nd and 1 on the screen, but it was actually 3rd and 1 there. I imagine they're probably going to have Mason run up the middle again on a sneak, and he does. And this one, I think he got the first down this time. I think he got it I think he got it on the first effort. He only needed a few inches. It's at the Seattle 44, which is about where he needed. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that angle looks like he definitely got to the chain. And they're saying, yes, the Steelers did get the first down with now 5:48 to go. First and 10, Mason's under center. Najee in the backfield. And the give to Najee. Najee gets to the 40, he's still on his feet. Now he's finally down at the 36-yard line for gain of 8 yards, and it's going to bring up 2nd and a very manageable 2. Again, some pretty good blocking up front there to spring Najee for a good 8 yards there. From the Seattle 36, 2nd and 2. Mason again under center. And they give the Najee. Najee's got a first down. He's got here, and he gets down to about the 32-yard line of Seattle. Needed 2. He only needed 2, but he got 4. And the Steelers are driving. Caught a break from that Deontay Johnson fumble that actually was not a... Here that was lucky enough that Deontay he was touching the ball while he was out of bounds. So 4:15 to go here in the first. Now Mason's on shotgun with a sidecar to the left. Takes the snap. He looks. Has time. He's got to throw it to Najee. He's got to get... Throws a screen, and it looks like... No, that was actually... Was that Pickens, actually? No, it was Deontay Johnson, but there's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. This might be a legal motion or legal formation on the Steelers. I think we had a couple guys moving at the same time. Yep, looks like they're saying it's a legal shift. Or legal motion. They called that on Pat Freiermuth. So it would have been 2nd and short. Now it's 1st and 15 from the Seattle, we'll say 37. Clock continuing to wind, though, here with now 3:45 to go from the Seattle 37. And a draw hand up to Najee. Najee still on his feet, gets to the 30, and that's where it'll end up for about a 7-yard gain. So they make up the 5 yards they blew there. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up. As the Steelers look to get that running game going here, and they're showing here the Seattle's run defense at the start of the year has been excellent, but ever since then it's been rough around the edges, to put it nicely. 2nd and 9 from the 30. Mason alone in shotgun, takes the snap. Fires to his right, pass. It's caught for a first down, and that is George Pickens, tackled at the 20-yard line. Needed 9, he got 10. So Mason Rudolph looking to reconnect with George Pickens after the terrific showing that both of them had on Christmas Eve. And now 2:30 to go in the first. Again, Mason and shotgun, this time with a sidecar left, and they give it to the sidecar. That's Najee, and Najee is only going to get 2 yards, tackled at the 18-yard line of the Seahawks. Or excuse me, that was Jalen Warren on the carry. And on 2nd and 8, the handoff is to Najee. Najee to the 10-5, touchdown, Pittsburgh! Oh, excuse me, it's Jalen Warren for the touchdown! Oh, great blocking up front! Misdirection run, terrific run blocking. And he wasn't even touched. Not even touched. Extra point by Boz. Would have been good in the Arena Football League. 7-0 Steelers with 1:47 to go in the first. And now Jalen Warren, I think, is going to get a fine because they fined George Pickens for pointing at a guy last week. So Jalen Warren's probably going to get a fine for doing this. Or I think he was putting up the peace sign there as he was entering the end zone. And we got a scoregami! We got a scoregami, ladies and gentlemen. That's 56-19 game the Ravens put up on Miami. It is a scoregami, the 1,084th unique final score in NFL history. I love me some scoregamis. Don't necessarily care that it was Baltimore who did the scoregami, but whatever. And the fact that Baltimore won today and clinched home field throughout is a big help for the Steelers. If they were to survive, advance here, keep their respective playoff hopes alive, Ravens have no obligations other than the fact, well, it is a rivalry game, and maybe there is some obligations. I'll let Ravens fans, if there is any here, make their own judgments on that. But there's no reason for the Ravens to go full speed against the Steelers next week when there's nothing to play for. Or at least as far as playoff implications. So Cleveland Their playoff, wow, look at that drop. The scoring drive, 14 plays, 80 yards, and it chewed up 8 minutes with 11 rushes and only 3 passes. That's old school Steelers football, baby. Here, I missed it. Oh well. Let me adjust this real quick. There we go. Oh wait, maybe I need to bring it up actually. There we go. That's a little better. And a win here would result in Mike Tomlin's 17th non-losing season. Readjust that. Keep in mind this is on a tablet and a tripod. As Seattle play action pass and Geno pass nearly intercepted. That was a dangerous throw as Rowe almost reeled in another interception. He had one last week. That was intended for Tyler Lockett. Well, actually, it did get through. It actually did get through, and Lockett almost caught that. I thought it went off Rowe's hands and incomplete. Geno, shotgun sidecar left. Takes the snap from his own 25. And throws a screen pass to Walker. Walker's got it, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 3 from their own 32. Steelers looking to try to force a second consecutive 3 and out as there's 1 minute left in the first. Geno with a shotgun with a sidecar left. Takes the snap. He looks to his right. He's still looking. Finally fires it. The pass is caught for a first down to the 39-yard line. That's Noah Fant. His second catch already of the day. Needed 3. He got about 6. And a little hurry up, no huddle here. Geno on the shotgun with a sidecar right this time. And the handoff is to Charbonnet, the rookie running back out of UCLA. He gets about 4 yards on that run. It's going to be 2nd and 6. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And off a first quarter that was all Pittsburgh. As far as time, especially on the time possession card, it's the Steelers 7, the Seahawks nothing. So basically, now that the number 1 overall pick has been determined that it's going to be the Chicago Bears, unless they trade that away, of course. The $1 million question for the Bears is, do they keep Justin Fields? Omar, you're subscribed to this channel. I don't know if you're watching. I know you're a Bears fan. Should they keep Justin Fields and use that number 1 overall pick to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. to complement DJ Moore, which I would like that if I was Chicago. Your defense is improving. You got another first round pick, even though it's going to be middle of the first. It looks like you guys keep winning, so it's going to be middle of the first round. But still, you got another additional pick, and you could probably get a secondary help, maybe. You got Montez Sweat. I hope you plan on keeping them, but I feel like if you're the Bears, you either draft Marvin Harrison Jr. or trade it, because you definitely get compensation for it. You did last year. So, but there's quite a race going on for the number 2 overall pick, because we have New England, Washington, and Arizona each at 4 and 12. As we're back from commercial, I'll take a look at Tankathon and see who is where. As Gino is under center, going from right to left this time, 2nd and 6 from their own 43. Play action pass, under pressure, gets away from it and is going to fire deep down the field. The pass is caught. DK Metcalf to the 30 to the 25. And that is a huge first down for the Seahawks, a much needed one. They finally found DK Metcalf. Needed 6, and he got a ton more than that. He got about 32, I think, on that run. Geno Smith managed to get away from TJ Watt. And a 33-yard catch and run there by DK. And the handoff on 1st and 10. Running to the left, and it's going to be Walker. Walker is going to step out of bounds, I think he did, after about a 7-yard gain. But the Seahawks are driving. They're actually in the red zone now. Where are they going to mark it? Actually, he didn't step out. Looks like he almost got the first down. I thought he might have stepped out 3 yards shy, but I think he managed to get a couple more. No, they gave him the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the Steeler 14. Give to Walker to the 10, 5, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker the third, finishing off a terrific drive for the Seahawks that was sparked by DK Metcalf's 33-yard catch and run. And the Seahawks are an extra point. From evening things up. Terrific answer by the Seahawks there with 13:50 to go. Myers' kick is up and it is good. So 13:50 left in the second. Seahawks answer with their own rushing touchdown. It's 7-all. So, oh wow. I'm looking at Tankathon and they're showing who's where in the draft order. Right now, the number 2 pick is Washington. Number 3 is New England. They share a similar strength. They each share a 5-15 strength of schedule. So I'm presuming Washington got number 2 because of due in part to a division tiebreaker. with the Giants and Titans at 5 and 6 respectively, and it goes down from there. But for anyone who didn't see this, Kyler Murray, and I think Kyler Murray made some fans in Pittsburgh because he showed up to Philly today wearing a Sidney Crosby jersey. I couldn't help but laugh at that, and boy, just like Sidney Crosby, he pissed off a lot of Philly fans today. Oh, I love it. So the Cleveland Browns at 11 and 5, they have clinched their playoff spot, and it looks like they are cinched at number 5. It looks like they will be the number 5 seed, because I believe the conference tiebreaker as the kickoff is away and it goes to the end zone for a touchback. So Cleveland's going to be locked at number 5, and they will play either the Jaguars, Colts, or Texans on Wild Card Weekend. And as I said before, Houston at Indianapolis looks like that's going to be, if I'm understanding the math right, will either be for a wild card spot or will be for the AFC South. As Mason's on Shako in the sidecar left from their own 25. And the snap goes awry. He's answered to get control, give it to Warren. Warren's got to break a few tackles to the 30, 40, still on his feet, 45, finally ripped down at the 48-yard line. That almost was a disastrous snap. Somehow Rudolph was able to get control, give it to Warren, and Warren broke a bunch of tackles in the process. Probably shouldn't even have been a first down. Instead, he got more than that. What maybe should have been about 7 or 8 yards turned into 23 yards. Warren, 5 touches here, but 63 yards is a score already, and the Steelers are at their own 48. Rudolph takes the shotgun snap. Looking left, he's got to fire deep left. He's got Pickens to the 20, 15, but he lost the ball, but he fumbled out of bounds. Another break for the Steelers. Pickens fumbled it inside the 15-yard line, but the ball trickled out of bounds. Oh, Lord. Good throw by Mason. And Pickens was trying to stiff arm number 20 for Seattle, and 20 managed to get his hands on it and rip it out. But luckily the ball went out of bounds. So it's 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Steelers drive it again. Mason under center. And it's to give to Najee. And Najee is going to lose a yard, actually. That time the Seahawks D-line did penetrate. And they managed to, and they're showing highlights of showing a quick highlight as Kansas City has taken a 7-3 lead on Cincinnati. Cincy trying to keep whatever playoff hopes they have alive at 8 and 7 along with the Steelers. Mason on a shotgun to the sidecar left. Takes a snap and a draw handoff to Warren. Warren's going to run to his left. He gets to the 15. He'll be tackled at the 14 for about 2 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long from the 14. They need the Seattle 5 for a first down. Clock running with 11:09 to go. And a confusion between Rudolph and the coaches, and the Steelers are forced to call their second timeout with this 3rd and 8 coming up. Back from commercial here, 3rd and 8. Mason alone in the shotgun. 3 wide set to the right. Rudolph looks to his right. He's going to be hit and sacked. Pocket collapsed and Mason and Rudolph got swallowed up. And that's going to bring up 4th and long here, and this will bring out Boz for what would be a 39-yard field goal and give the Steelers the lead. Kick is up, and it would have been good in the Arena Football League right down Broadway. So 10:27 to go in the second. And the Steelers retake the lead. Oh, God. I saw Tom Grossi put out the reaction video for Cardinals-Eagles finish. Oh, boy. That'll be an interesting watch. Hey, Philly, we lost to Arizona at home, too. Have a seat next to us at the bar. Oh, man, Arizona just decided to wake up this morning and wreck shit. Oh, boy. So far, the Steelers running the ball pretty well today. 17 rushes today and 100 yards total between Najee and Jalen. As Boswell's kick is away, and they'll just let that go for a touchback with 10:27 left. We'll see if Geno has an answer of his own. They answered the last time. They answered the first Steelers score. I really didn't have a clue how this game was going to go. Because both teams have been so inconsistent. It's tough to gauge here as Geno play action pass, and he's going to throw a screen pass to Walker. Walker's got to the 30, 35 at a first down and tackled at the 36-yard line. Needed 10, he got 11. So a good start for the Seahawks on this drive. And Geno again under center. And another play action pass. Looks. Fires to the middle of the pass. Caught by Noah Fant into Steeler territory. Tackled at the 43-yard line. Noah Fant already with 3 catches today. So 2 quick plays and 2 quick first downs. Geno stayed in the pocket and taking some hits, but he's managed to make some good throws in the process. And this time they do hand it off to Walker, and Walker's going to stay on his feet and finally going to be taken down by Joey Porter Jr. for about 6 yards. Again, for the Steelers, they need a win today, and they must get help next week if they want to play an 18th game. Second down 3 from the Steelers 36 is Seattle. Need the 33 for a first, and we got laundry. And it looks like somebody for Seattle went too quick. Yep, it's a false start. Looks like 84 for Seattle went too soon. That is Colby Parkinson. So 2nd and 3 just turned into 2nd and 8 with 8:20 to go in the second. Shotgun with a sidecar right is Geno. And the draw handoff is to Walker. Walker's got a first down. He needed 8 yards. He got 9. And we got some extracurricular stuff. And looks like punches were thrown. And imagine flags got thrown in the air. And Walker is livid. Walker and number 25 for the Steelers, Rowe, got into it after that. Surprise flags weren't thrown. But nonetheless, it's a 1st and 10 for Seattle from the Steeler 33. A London shotgun as Geno fires a quick slant pass. It's caught for a first down. It's DK Metcalf to the 15 and finally tackled at the 10-yard line for 23 yards. DK Metcalf was wide open, too. And Joey Porter Jr. got burned by DK Metcalf on that one. So far, DK with 2 catches and 54 yards. And Seattle driving inside the Steeler 15. They're at the 11. Geno takes a shotgun snap in the pocket. He looks, fires to the end zone, and it's over the head of Noah Fant. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 11. It's 10-7, Cincinnati over Kansas City. It looks like Joey Porter Jr. is banged up on that one. Oh boy, that's the last thing you need. And he's walking off at his own power, but he's shaking up. Second and 10, Geno's under center from the Steeler 11. And they give the Walker up the middle. Walker gets to, breaks a tackle, but he got tripped up actually. At about the 7-yard line, a gain of about 4, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Big third down coming up for the Steelers defense. Geno shotgun, sidecar left. Geno bootlegs to his right. Up, flag. Never mind. The flags are out, and it's a false start on Seattle. So 3rd and 6 turned into 3rd and 11. And they got Charles Cross, the first-round draft pick of a couple of years ago. It looks like Porter is about ready to get back out there, but there's a banana bunch to the left. Geno on third and 11 from the 12. Geno looks, fires to the end of the pass. Is going to be caught for a touchdown. And that is Jackson Smith and Jigba, the first-round draft pick of this past April. Yeah, it looks like he got control of that. Damn it. First time hearing his name all day, hearing he catches a touchdown. 5:30 to go in the second. Waiting on the extra point, and it's up and right down Broadway. And the Steelers defense showing cracks in the armor. And it's 14-10 Seattle. Been a good game so far, though. I mean, again, you got two teams that are playing for their season here. Don't mind me just checking some fantasy lineups. There's one game I'm looking at that I really wanted to win, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. And another one that's really up in the air. And Steffi, if you're somehow watching this here, it's the one that you're involved in. That's really up in the air. Take a look at the other two out-of-town scores here real quick. 3-0 Denver. Denver still has a slim playoff chance. But they need a lot of stuff to happen in order for that to be a thing. As they're showing the replay of Jackson Smith and Jigba's touchdown, the Ohio State product. And actually his brother actually is playing Major League Baseball, ironically, for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I believe he still is. I don't know if any roster moves have been made. As the kickoff is away and business as usual, touchback. Showing the headlights from the 1 o'clock games as the number 1 seeds have been locked on both sides, as stated before. Saints stay alive for the NFC South and a wild card as well. Again, a lot of eyes are on the Seattle-Pittsburgh game for any kind of wild card ambitions. Mason in a pistol formation, and he gives it to Najee. And Najee is going to get about, they're going to say, 4 yards there. As the clock winds down in the second quarter, keep in mind Seattle will get the ball to start the third. Got 7 people watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button if you so desire. Bootleg to the right. Mason scrambling. And he's just going to run, and he's going to run for about 3 yards-ish. Making about third and about, we'll give it a short or a long 3. Steelers 2 of 5 on third down. Need their own 35 here for a first. Mason with a shotgun sidecar right. Snap a little low. Fires a quick pass. Pass is caught by Fry with first down. 45 to midfield. And finally tripped up at the 45-yard line of the Seahawks. Is Pat Fryermuth. We didn't hear his name at all last week. We hear him here. And God, what the heck is Cole? What is up with your low snaps, dude? If anything here, there's a big question about what should the Steelers do in the draft next year. How about a center? I mean, Mason Cole's shotgun snaps as of late has just been, what the hell? First and 10 from the Seattle 44. Mason under center. Pitch to Najee to the left. And Najee gets to the 40. Stays on his feet to the 35. Still on his feet. 30. 25. And finally dragged out of the 21-yard line. And that was about a 23-yard gain there for Najee. Good blocking up front there to spring Najee. And Najee was stiff-arming a guy for about a good 10 yards. And he was stiff-arming number 6 Diggs on that one. And Harris has had a good day. He's run for about 6 yards a touch. And they give the Najee again up the middle. And he's going to be tackled at about the 17-yard line for about, we'll say, 4 yards. Oh, now my chat's working. Jeez. For a while, my chat wasn't working. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring the chat here. For a while, my chat wasn't showing anything. And the clock is winding down to the 2-minute warning here. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up for the Steelers. Oh, Owen, you're a Ravens fan. I don't know if you're still tuned in here, but didn't mean to ignore you there, but that's a big win for you, for your guys. Well, and if you're still on the chat there, what do you think the Ravens should do next week? Do you think they should play their guys next week, or have them sit for a couple of weeks? Because we saw what happened in 2019 when they had the number 1 overall seed and had that bye week, but then just seemed to never get it going against Tennessee in that divisional playoff game. I mean, next week might not mean much anyway if the Steelers were to lose this. Even though I don't think I think a loss would eliminate the Steelers, if not all but do it. Let me see if that New York Times article was updated, that playoff percentage. Showing the Bills at 95% at the with 10-6. Rams at 88%. Actually, we'll get more on that during the half here. We've got 2 minutes left here in the second here. Steelers at 2nd and 5. Inside Seattle's red zone here. From the 16. Need the 11 for a first down. Mason under center. And the give is to Najee. Najee's going to be hit, and he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have sprung forward for a yard, but that's it. And it's 3rd and 4 coming up. Yeah, Rocky, the Eagles lost, and that changed a lot of things. The Eagles are now sitting as the 5 seed, and they don't control their own destiny for the NFC East and the number 2 mark, which is pretty all important, because getting that number 2 overall seed means you avoid San Francisco until the NFC Championship. And Detroit doesn't even have to worry about San Fran, because they're guaranteed the 3 hole at the worst. They can still get the 2 seed. 3rd and 4. Mason throws a pass, caught, first down. Deontay Johnson inside the 10. Needed 4. He got about 5 or 6 with 1:46 to go. I think Seattle called a timeout, actually. So, in the process, yeah, they did. 1st and goal from the 10. Draw handoff up the middle is Warren, and Warren's only going to get maybe a yard, 2 at most. And another timeout called. I imagine that's Seattle's second that they just burned. Yep. Yeah, Philly screwed that pooch. I said that in a prediction. I said it was going to happen. I just had a hunch that Philly was going to screw that pooch, and they did. And they gift wrapped Chicago the #1 overall pick. And now they're showing the wild card race. Philly's in. Rams are all but in. They just need a win next week, and they're secure. Seattle wins their last 2, and they're in. Green Bay and Minnesota playing Sunday night. Losers pretty much out of it. Winner stays alive. Mason's under center. Second and goal for the 9. Delayed handoff to Najee. Najee stays on his feet, trying to dive in. Did he get it? But the ball came loose. Was he down before contact? No, they're saying touchdown, Pittsburgh, Najee Harris. The officials whistled, no, it's a touchdown, even though there's a scramble for the ball. How did Najee stay on his feet for that long? He was like stuffed up at the 5. Obviously, they're going to look at this because it's a all scoring plays reviewed. Oh, we'll rewind that a couple frames there. It's not a fumble. Let's get that clarified. Leg down there. Oh, that's close. That's way close. Now, the thing is, there was a fumble, but he was down before the ball came loose, so this is either a touchdown, Najee Harris, or the ball's going to be at the 1 foot line. And Broderick Jones, will you quit fighting with those guys? Don't cost them 15. There's a couple scores on this game on predictions I almost got right. I said 31-10 San Fran. It was actually 27-10. Rams-Giants game, I was pretty close on the score, but just got the teams wrong. Oh, they confirmed a touchdown Pittsburgh. Yeah! All right. Good job, Najee. Extra point. Right. I'll say it how Brendan Perna says it. Right down the gooch. That was big. There's still 1:36 left in the second. Seattle has one timeout so they can do something themselves. Yeah, Rock, I didn't have faith in Washington. It didn't matter which quarterback it was. The only way Washington was going to win that game is if they got off to a hot start, and they didn't. The big question for San Fran is, how is CMC doing? He left the game all taped up. Doesn't sound serious, so it might have been a good. So it was great news for them that they had everything locked up. So anyone that needs rest for a couple weeks, and sounds like CMC is going to be one of those guys. But so far, a very excellent game so far between the Steelers and Seahawks here. And it's being played like it's a playoff game here. Oh, T. Higgins is hurt with a hamstring? Ouch, that sucks. Let me do a little refreshing here. So the Chiefs would win the. Chiefs would obviously win the West if they win today against Cincinnati. Even though the percentage is 98% anyway, and the Raiders losing may have all but sealed that because Denver's pretty much given up on this year. With the mentioning of Russell Wilson, and we pretty much know it's pretty much set in stone that by March Russell Wilson's going to be either traded or just flat out cut. I don't know if the trade's going to happen. I think they're just going to flat cut him and just cut their losses because I don't think anyone's going to be willing to trade for Russell Wilson. They'll certainly sign him off waivers. They may have to pay some of that contract though, but. As the kickoff goes to the end zone for a touchback, what else is new? And now it's Geno Smith's turn. With 1:36 and a timeout. Geno in a shotgun with a car to the left. Or, excuse me, on the right. And fakes the handoff. And now he scrambles to his right, fires a pass. Pass is dropped by Tyler Lockett. It would have been a first down. That's the second time they've targeted Lockett, and both times that it's hit off his hands and fallen incomplete. Well, San Fran didn't screw that up. I said in my prediction, get in and get out without injuries, and CMC did get hurt a little bit. Didn't sound serious. 2nd and 10 here. Geno with a quick pass caught, but it's only a 4-yard catch to Charbonnet. Or Charbonnet. I don't know how you say his name. I'm just saying Charbonnet because it just sounds better. And it's 3rd and 6. Clock running. 1:10 left. Seahawks not in a dire hurry. I mean, clock down under a minute here. Shotgun, sidecar right. Need their own 35 for a first. Takes the snap. Looks to his right. Now looks middle. Scrambling. And he's just going to run. And he's going to be tackled shy of a first down by TJ Watt. He needed 6 yards. He only got about 4 or 5. So he's going to be a yard or two shy of a first down. So the Steelers hold tough. And it looks like they called their last timeout with 45 seconds left. So a big stop by the Steelers defense. Let's see if they can make something of these last 45 seconds here. Seattle's going to need a good punt. As Calvin Austin III awaits the delivery. Doesn't look like the Steelers are going to rush the punter. It looks like they're just trying to protect the runner. And it is away. And Austin. And it's going to go. It was a good punt, but it goes all the way through the back of the end zone for a touchback with 36 seconds left. As they're showing Steelers running backs with 1,000-yard scrimmage yards. And the Steelers, Jalen Warren and Najee Harris, become just the 4th Steelers duo to have 1,000 scrimmage yards this year. From their own 20 with 36 seconds left. Mason takes the snap. Fires a quick pass. It's caught by Freiermuth, but he only got about 4 yards on that with the clock running at 30 seconds. Steelers try to open and see if they can do anything here. 20 seconds left. I imagine this is probably... And Mason takes a snap, looks to his left, just got to fire another dump off, and tackled again short of a first down is Jalen Warren. And they're just going to let the clock die down. And that'll do it for the first half. A pretty good game by both teams so far. Seattle gets the ball first to start the third, though. With the score, Pittsburgh 17, Seattle 14. We'll switch over to the other channel, see what Cincinnati and Kansas City's up to. Whoa. Cincinnati putting up some points. And it's 10-3 Denver over to the Chargers. And it's 17-10 here. Cincinnati over Kansas City with 3.5 left in the half. Yeah, we don't know what the Steeler game is going to be at. That's a... Oh, nice moves there by Humphrey for Denver to get that touchdown. And man, that's crazy. If that would be nuts if Kansas City somehow does not make the playoffs. I don't see it happen. I think they're gonna get through this one, and I mean, even if they lose this one, are the Chargers really going to beat Kansas City at Arrowhead? Oh no, wait, it would be at LA. Pardon me on that one. It would be at LA. They already played at Arrowhead earlier. So far, the Steelers have been doing an excellent job running the ball. The Seattle's run defense, which has struggled all year, or at least through the last couple months. But all those wins by those 8 here by the AFC South teams trim the Steelers' chances of the playoffs to just a mere 8%. But for the Jaguars, as far as the AFC South goes, the Jaguars, simple task. Beat Tennessee, and you're in the play. And you win the AFC South, and you're going to play Cleveland in the wild card game. For Houston or in Indianapolis next week, I'm fairly certain that it will be for a wild card spot for the winner, and the loser is out. So I imagine, since ESPN wants to have a couple Saturday games, I imagine they're going to probably want maybe that one as their primetime game next Saturday. If not, NBC is going to want that game. It's either going to be Houston and Indianapolis is either going to be the Saturday night primetime or the Sunday night primetime. And The other one's going to be Buffalo at Miami for the AFC East. I imagine those are going to be the two primetime games. What's going to be the 4 o'clock game on Saturday? Oh, maybe San Fran Rams. Without looking up anything here. Even though San Fran's playing for nothing, the Rams just need to win and they're in the playoffs. Maybe one of the two NFC East games. Maybe Dallas at Washington. Since Dallas, all they need to do is win, and they not only win the NFC East, but they'll be the number 2 seed. What else? What other games are going to be out there that are going to be worth knowing? Oh, Falcons and Saints. Now, that just came to mind. Now, Falcons and Saints might be one of the Saturday games, considering that both teams need to win that game to keep their playoff hopes alive. I don't know if Atlanta can get in through the wild card route. I don't think they can. New Orleans, I think, has a shot at it, but they need Seattle to lose this to the Steelers. Matter of fact, what's the percentages here? New Orleans' chances of playoffs is 31% as playoffs in general. They have a 27% chance of division. Bucks at 56%. Falcons is at 17%, which is hence the... So, yeah, Atlanta's only chance of making playoffs is that they win the South, which I've already stated before. Just beat New Orleans and have Tampa lose to Carolina. Good luck. Minnesota and Green Bay, which is later tonight. Green Bay is at a 27%, and Minnesota's 18%. Their biggest concern, obviously, again, is this game here. So we have a lot of NFC teams rooting for us. Not necessarily a lot of teams in the AFC. Well, Cincinnati is probably rooting for Seattle to beat Pittsburgh because they can't afford a tie with us because of a division tie break because we swept them. Even though Cincinnati's chances of making playoffs is better than ours. But yeah, the teams that have destiny in their hands, Colts and Texans, whoever wins that, they get, whenever that is in. Buffalo, not yet in, but most likely are going to be in. I imagine even if they do lose to Miami, I think they still will get in. They are going to need teams like Cincinnati and Pittsburgh to be a factor. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, let me bring this up here. I think I posted a... Yeah, Rocky, I live near Pittsburgh. That's why I'm getting the Steeler game when it's the only 4 o'clock game on Fox. Sometimes there's benefits of being a Steeler fan when you live near it. I know there's a lot of Steeler fans all across the country due to the steel mills closing down, but they're just showing another drop. I'm watching the Kansas City game, and yet another drop. That was NVS, I think, that dropped another one, and that would have been a first down, maybe a touchdown if he caught that. What the hell is up with... We need to get that stickum that Gene Hackman used in the movie Replacements that he put on Orlando Jones. Here, where Orlando just picks it. All of a sudden, he's going like this, going, "What the hell, coach? It looks like I choked off an elephant." Demonetized. I don't care. I'm not even getting paid to do this. What do you want out of me? The field goal is up and good. Cincinnati's up 17-13. Oh, man. I can't believe all the drop passes Kansas City has. Judas Priest. We give Nelson Aguilar shit for all the drop passes he's had in his life here. But I think we owe him an apology. With all the drops Kansas City's had this year, I think we owe Nelson an apology, dude. Oh, Kobe. But anyway, let me see if I can bring up the what did Buffalo need to get in? Oh, so they couldn't even get in if they oh wait, they did win. They did win. So they needed a win and a Steeler loss and a Bengals loss or tie.
Oh, wait, they did win. They did win. So they needed a win and a...
Yeah, that's the only scenario Buffalo can get in before the Miami game. So I guess the fact that the Bengals and Steelers are still around is why Buffalo hasn't clinched yet. So, I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, la 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 la. Well, I've been doing fine when I've been drinking Dr. Pepper, so I guess I might as well keep drinking it. Working up the kidney stones. Better yet, since I have this guy chilling, let's do this. Yeah, the Steelers just keep running the dang ball. You've been doing a good job with that all day, and Seattle can't stop the run, it seems like. So there's no reason to let Mason go crazy. Or at least that's what I would do. Yes?
It's hockey time. No more football. Hockey time.
You watch hockey. I'm watching the damn game.
Yeah, the damn game. Hockey.
I don't even know who the Plants are playing. We playing the Isles again?
Yep.
Oh, fuck the Isles. The hell? Oh. Big bottle. They might have heard me say fuck the Isles. Oh, I don't care. Oh, came back right in time. Getting ready for the start of the second half here. Boswell's going to kick from right to left. Oh, might as well remark the timeout spots. And oh my God, there's going to be a return to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. And tackled at about the 35-yard line for is Seattle. A good return there. And good field position for the Seahawks. Oh boy. Man, good return there for the Seahawks to start that. Geno Smith, 9 of 13 with 124 on the score. Geno under center. And fakes the handoff. He's under pressure. He's going to fire, lobs a screen pass, and the pass is caught, but he's only going to get about 3 or 4 yards. That is 19 for Seattle. Is that Disley? And Seattle lost one of their tackles, Abraham Lucas, out for the game due to a knee issue. And Geno takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Under pressure again, fires a pass. Pass is caught by Parkinson for a first down. Inside Steeler territory. Again, Geno Smith facing duress a lot in this game, but he's been doing well inside the pocket. And a handoff to Walker, and Walker is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten a yard. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the Steeler 45, I think, or is that the Steeler 40? And we have a stoppage in play. Someone's down. I think it's a lineman for Oh, it's their center, isn't it? That's not good for. That was their center who's down because their backup is practicing snaps with Geno right now as they went to commercial. I guess I think the deal is that Buffalo and Jacksonville, I think, were to lose, then that might send the Steelers in. But again, we'd have to win this one in, obviously, Baltimore next week. And I imagine Baltimore is definitely going to want to rest their main guys, especially their running backs in Hill and Edwards. And that is Brown, number 53, I think, or 63. And again, that's their center. So Gino on shotgun with a new center from the Steeler 40. Need the 31 for a first. 13-15 to go. Takes the snap, looks to his left, fires a quick pass. Pass is caught to the 35 and tackled right at the first down marker. And that is Noah Fant on the catch. That's his fourth of the day for 45 yards. And that was good enough for a Seahawk first down right at the 31. Seahawks driving to at least tie this game up. They fake the end run. That's a handoff up the middle to Walker. Walker still got a first out of the 20 to the 15. Dancing around, and he's going to get inside the 10 and tackled at about the 6 or 7 yard line. There's a flag down, however, and the body language indicates that this is on Seattle. And it's a hold on Seattle. That's a killer hold, and they're going to get DK Metcalf. That erased about a 25-yard run by Kenneth Walker. Caught holding Joey Porter Jr. It's a spot foul. We'll see where they marked that. They only moved them back a couple of yards, though. It's going to be 1st and 13. And it's a quick screen pass to the right to Kenneth Walker. And Walker is going to get to about the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now, keep in mind that hold was a spot foul, so it happened a little bit downfield. So 2nd and 9 from the Steeler 29. Gino takes the snap, fires the pass. Pass is caught, and that was DK Metcalf on the catch, and he's going to be his forward progress is going to be stopped at the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. They're showing here the Steelers will be eliminated if they lose and the Chargers were to win. Gino on shotgun on 3rd and 4. Fires to his left, and he overshot Tyler Lockett. He had Lockett open. It would have been good for a first down, but he overshot it. As they're showing, their center is out of the tent. I don't know if he went in the locker room or not, but nonetheless, it's 4th down and 4, and that'll bring up the field goal unit, and that'll be Jason Myers. Out to try a 43-yard field goal. He's been 30 of 37 this year. His longest is 55. From the right hash. That kick is up and right down the middle. Man, a lot of these kicks that are hitting, they wouldn't have been good in the Arena Football League. So once again, tie game again. Steelers will get with 10:46 to go in the third. It's the Steelers 17, the Seahawks 17. Oh boy. I think there could be other scenarios where the Steelers can get in other than a Jacksonville loss, but I think that's the simplest one. Is if we need a Jacksonville loss to Tennessee, which can happen. Problem is Jacksonville might get Trevor Lawrence back for that one. I don't know if we need Cincinnati to tag along with us or not. Maybe, maybe not. Cincy might be right in the fact that their chances right on the fact that they did beat Jacksonville and Indianapolis. So they do have a tiebreaker on them. But they need a Steelers loss somewhere down the line. And the Steelers are going to return this one to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. And tackled at the 29-yard line. And we got more pushing and shoving, picking up where we left off on that one. 145 rushing yards in the first half. That's the most the Steelers had in the first half since October of 2006. And that's before Mike Tomlin. That was Cowers last year. First 29, Mason's under center. Naj in the backfield. And the Steelers got a full start. That was Connor Hayward that moved too quick. Not a good start to that. There's Mason and a pistol with first and 15 from their own 24. Looks to his right, pass, and it's caught. Almost got a first down. He's going to be tackled a yard shy of a first down, but that's a gain of 14 for Pat Fryermuth. So a terrific job making up for that penalty. Went from first and 15 to a second and a very manageable one. Mason in a shotgun. Najee right behind him. And they give to Najee. Najee's going to fight his way forward for a first down. He's to about the Seahawks, or their own 42-yard line. Needed one. He got about 3 or 4. Najee, 14 carries for 78 yards on the score. Mason with pretty much game management numbers, 10 of 14 for 134 so far. He's under center this time with a banana bunch to the left. Warren in the backfield. And the pitch to Warren. And you get to the 45 and falls forward to about the 49-yard line. Excuse me, that's Najee. I'm getting bad telling who's who. And Najee has the dreadlock. And Najee has that long hair. How the heck am I getting those two mixed up? Second down 3, 8:45 to go in the third. Again under center. And the give. This time it is Warren. Warren runs to his right and a stiff arm, and Warren's going to get a first down. Needed 3, and he got a tough 4 yards there. And they're in Seahawk territory. Now the clock winding to 8 minutes left in the third. Steelers starting to drive. They're at the Seattle 47. Mason takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, fires the pass, caught Deontay Johnson to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and finally tackled at the 5-yard line. Deontay Johnson, a 42-yard catch and run. He was wide ass open. Blown coverage by the Seahawks. And it's just like that. It's first and goal. From the Seattle 4. Deontay Johnson, 4 catches for 76 yards today. First and goal from the 4. 7:05 to go in the third. Mason under center. They give to Najee, and Najee is going to get to, he's going to plow, he's plowing. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! God, that's everybody's touchdown. They just kept punching. And Najee with his second touchdown of the day. A lot of help from Darnell Washington and Pat Fryermuth on the push. Bobby Wagner had a hold of him, but thanks to the tight ends, a big help from them, and Najee files his way in. Whoo, baby. Extra points good. 6:57 to go in the third. A big catch and run by Deontay Johnson, setting up Najee Harris. It's 24-17 Steelers. Oh boy, it's close between me and Steffi and here in the Brocious Bowl. I lost the DC one. He had a lot of guys getting 20 plus points. Cincy and Kansas City just started the third quarter of their game. 17-13 Bengals. Denver's 13-3 at half. Denver's trying to keep whatever playoff hopes they have alive, which solely rests on Kansas City's ineptitude. Denver's 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 situation is simple. They went if they finish off the Chargers here, and they beat the Raiders next week, and Kansas City were to lose to Cincinnati and lose to the Chargers next week, then they win the AFC West. And I think that would result in Kansas City not making the playoffs. Again, there's a lot of wild card scenarios going on here. As Boswell kicks it away and taking it from his own 4 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30 and tackled at the 36-yard line. Seattle with, again, good field positions to start. They've had some pretty solid field positions or starting field positions in this game. Couldn't do anything on the turnover on downs on their first drive, but they've been pretty good ever since. We've only seen one punt in this game. 6:51 to go here in the third. Gio under center from their own 36. And they give the Walker on the left-hand side. And Walker got met. Larry Ogunjobi with the initial hit, and Cam Hayward finished it off, and it's a loss of 1.
Kind of working out that shoulder you see right there. They're working on it, stretching it out.
And it looks like Kenneth Walker, I think he had a shoulder issue that had him questionable throughout the week. I think they're still working on that now, but he's still out there. He's had 9 touches for 53 yards, and he also has a touchdown. And the ball, fumbled snap, and Kenneth Walker fell right on top of it. But they lost a bunch of yards, but averted even worse disaster. Oh, they tried the... Oh, so it wasn't Gino who screwed it up. It was designed for Gino to make it look like it was a high snap. It was supposed to be a direct snap to Walker, but Walker couldn't handle the snap. He was able to fall on top of the ball, but he lost 6 yards on that one. It's 3rd and 17. They need their own 46 for a first down. They're at their own 29. Gino, shotgun. Just got to dump one. The pass is caught by Noah Fant, but Fant's going to be about 3 or 4 yards shy of a first down. So Kenneth Walker's fumble ultimately cost Seattle on this drive, and it's a 3 and out for the Seahawks. A great one-handed catch by Noah Fant in the process, but a good job by Miles Jack here to bring him down. And this will be the second punt of the game for the Seahawks. Actually, second punt in general, I believe. With 4:45 to go, and the punt is away. And Austin is going to catch it at his 15. He's going to take off with it. And he's going east and west, and he's not going to get much. He's only going to get to about the 21-yard line. And the Steelers will take over from there, looking to add to their lead. The Senior in 83 says it looks like it's time for David Tepper to fire everybody again. He already did fire everybody. He's the one that needs fired. For God's sakes. Too bad you can't fire owners. Well, then again, there was one owner who did get fired, Donald Sterling. But that was because he went full stupid. for a different. And that was good on the NBA to actually get him out of there. Because he needed to go in the worst way. They're showing the United Football League. Oh, that's right, because there was the merger. It's going to kick off March 30th. And, Kenneth Walker looks like he's going to the locker room. Oh, boy. Not good for Seattle. He's been their stud running back. And Zach Charbonnet has been pretty good, too. It's been a pretty decent 1-2 punch they have there. But, boy, they really need Kenneth Walker out there. 4:45 to go in the third. Mason with a shotgun snap. And the draw handoff to Warren. And Warren's going to fight for about 2 or 3 yards. Second down and 8 from the 23. Need their own 31 for a first. Mason takes the shotgun snap. Dumps it. Pass caught. Warren. First down. Got tackled from behind, but he managed to get across the first down marker. Needed 8. Looks like he got about 9. And the clock continuing to wind now. 3.5 to go. Steelers looking to be putting together another solid drive like they did before that went 8 minutes. This time Mason's under center. Warren again in the backfield. And the give to Warren. He runs to his right, and he's going to run for about 2 yards there. Gets to about the 35-yard line. Now they're only going to give him one there, but Jalen Warren, he's got 10 touches for 74 yards in the score. Najee Harris with about the same numbers, only he's got 2 touchdowns for the Steelers today. Now Mason on shotgun. 2 wides to the right. Sidecar left, or sidecar right, 2 wides to the left. And the draw hit up to Warren, and Warren's going to lose a lot of yards. That one was read well by Devin Witherspoon, the number 5 overall pick this past April. Warren tried to misdirection because he saw Witherspoon coming, but Witherspoon came in with a ton of speed, and Warren had no chance. And now it's 3rd and 14. Under 2 to go in the third. Mason takes the snap. Fires in the middle of the pass. It's caught, but it's short of the first down. It was caught by Pickens, but it looks like he's going to be about 2 yards shy of a first. No forward progress on that catch. Yeah, he's about 2 yards shy. Almost dropped it. Actually caught it with between his legs. Good job by Pickens to actually make sure he secured that. But still, nonetheless, he didn't get enough for the first. He's 3 yards shy, and the punt unit's going to have to be coming out. This is the first punt of the day for Presley Harvin III. And Fair catch called for at the 14-yard line is Seattle, and that's where they'll start with 1:10 left in the third. Starting to get down to nut cutting time. Go to the bathroom real quick. P for the D! Okay, back. Do we have a fumble? 2nd and 10 here. Apparently, that was a quick commercial break. 2nd and 10. Seattle, I missed a play. Pass caught. DK back into the 35 to the 40 and finally tackled at the 45-yard line. Just a simple slam pattern, and DK was wide open. Good pass protection that time, and those slam patterns, DK's been killing us with those. 4 for 91 today. 30 seconds left in the third. Alone in shotgun. Now he's scrambling to his right, and Gino's going to run. He's going to get the midfield. He's got a first down of the 40. 35, still on his feet, and he's going to finally run out of bounds at the 29-yard line of the Steelers with 17 seconds left in the third. And the Seahawks are cooking. Again, good pass protection. TJ Watts hardly had any chances of getting a hold of Geno Smith. And Geno took what the defense gave him there. And that is going to bring the end of the third quarter, and Seattle's on the move. Oh boy. It's gonna be one of those finishes, I guess. Oh boy. These 15 minutes of sheer torture. Somebody's going to be very disappointed with this result. Both teams have actually played pretty good. They've been playing like, well, offensively. I should add, defenses have been. Seattle's run defense hasn't been that good. Even though the last drive here they had a big play by Devin Witherspoon. But Seattle's offense in the fourth quarter last couple of weeks have been outstanding. Oh boy, if the Steelers have only allowed 50 points in the fourth, that's fewest in the NFL. I'd like to keep it at 50, but Seattle's driving. 1st and 10 from the 29. Bootlegs right. Pass is dropped by 14. I can't tell who 14 is. Nice hair, though. It was a design bootleg, and here, and Gino was under some pressure that time. But 84 is Parkinson. And he's kicking himself in the head. He's doing this because he's like, man, that was a bonehead drop on my part. And a draw handoff is to Charbonnet. And Charbonnet he got met by TJ Watt. He got here, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. TJ Watt got a hold of him, ripped him backwards, and the cavalry came in afterwards. Parkinson couldn't get the block on TJ there. And help came in afterwards, and it's going to be 3rd and 12 from the Steeler 31. Got a big 3rd down coming up here. They need the Steeler 19 for a first. Gino's alone in shotgun. Look out for DK. Gino looks that way. Now he looks left. He's just going to dump it to Charbonnet, and Charbonnet's going to be tackled 5 yards shy of a first down. Great job by the defense to hold serve there. And it's going to be 4th and 5. Gino was looking for DK Metcalf, but he was well covered, and he just had to dump it to Charbonnet and hope he just made a play. And not to mention, he was under pressure yet again. Adams was in his face. And TJ Watt's been itching to get a sack on Geno Smith. He hasn't gotten them yet. Field goal try. Up and through. So now, 13:30 left. The Steelers maintain their lead. But it's been trimmed to less than a touchdown. It's 24-20. Whew. Oh boy, would love a touchdown on this upcoming drive. And we just keep doing what we've been doing all game. We've just been running the ball down their throat. We've been running with success almost all game. showing Tomlin and Carroll. Both have been in 2 Super Bowls. Carroll's been a part of the Seahawks for 14 years. Tomlin, Steelers, with 17. Only Bill Belichick has had a longer tenure so far. That could be coming to an end. And the kickoff is away. I imagine this will be a touchback this time. And nope, it's going to be returnable. From the 5, 10, 15, 20 to the 25 and tackled forward at about the 27-yard line. Kim couldn't tell who that was. And we're back to more pushing and shoving here, guys. Come on now. $13:25 to go. It's a big drive here for the Steelers from their own 27. Mason under center, 2 wides to the left. Najee in the backfield. And they give to Najee. Najee is going to fight his way forward, and he got about 5 yards, it looks like. Mason's showing Mason's numbers. He started 3 for 7 for just 34 yards. It's been pretty good ever since that. I'd like to keep that going. 13 minutes left. Second and 5. Mason under center. Najee again in the backfield. And they give to Najee. He'll run to his left. Try to stiff arm a guy. He shoves him down. He's got a first down. Great job with the stiff arm there by Najee Harris. He needed 5. He got 7 as he runs out of bounds for a first down. And the clock continues to wind. He stiff-armed Woolen here to the ground. That was a beautiful stiff arm there by Naj. $175 yards running for the day for the Steelers entirely. Between him and Warren. And they give again to Najee up the middle. And Najee is going to get about, we're going to say 3 or 4 yards this time. To about the 43-yard line. And Warren's going to come in. Najee, 19 carries for 107 yards. Averaging 5.6 per touch. He's run for 2 touchdowns today. And right now, his touchdown in the third quarter right now is the difference. This time it's a shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff. Tries to dump one and fire with, but it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Actually, it was behind the line of scrimmage. That was Maffei, number 53, who batted that down. Good job by Maffei to bat that down because he did have Freiermuth open. I don't know if Freiermuth would have gotten the first or any kind of yardage. But now it's a critical 3rd and 6 coming up here. Steelers 4 of 8 on third downs. Actually, it's 3rd and 7. They need midfield for a first. Mason, shotgun, sidecar left. Banana Butch to the right. He looks right. He's going to heave one deep down the field. The pass is going to be caught by George Pickens! Inside the 30. What a catch! I don't know how he caught that. I thought he overthrew that. Somehow George Pickens with a diving catch. Well, let's see if he did catch this. Oh, he got that all right. At the 22-yard line. Quick handoff to Warren. Warren to the 20. Still on his feet. Spin moves it down to the 15-yard line for a 7-yard gain. And the Steelers are driving. 10:55 to go. Pickens, 5 catches for 96 yards today. Oh boy. Second down 3. Banana bunch to the right. Mason under center. Naj in the backfield. And the pitch to Naj to the right. Naj is probably going to lose yards here. He runs out of bounds. And, an official got wrecked. The official got hurt. Najee was trying. Here, Najee ran him. Najee, an defender, here ran into him. Najee's immediately checking on the official, making sure he's okay. The blocking was not there on that pitch, and Najee got shoved into the official. Inadvertently, mind you, there was no malice intent from anybody's part there. Just wrong place, wrong time. Now it's quickly 3rd and 5 with 10:25 to go in the 4th. Steelers in the red zone have had 4 trips. 3 touchdowns and a field goal in those said 4 trips. 3rd and 5. Mason. Shotgun. Sidecar right. Mason takes a snap. Looks right. He's just going to dump it to Warren, see if Warren can get a first down. And Warren's going to be close. I think he's a half a yard shy, but it's going to depend on a spot. And the clock winding to under 10 minutes left. It's decision. They're going to say he's a half yard shy. And now it's decision time, and he's keeping the offense out there. And the clock has stopped. I guess they want to measure this and see how close this is. But I think seeing this live, he was short by half a yard. It was a good effort by Warren trying to get close, because he caught that a couple yards behind the line to gain. That was Diggs on the tackle. We're going to see. Whoa, that's closer than I thought that was. It's short by a couple of chain links. So it's 4th and inches with 10 minutes left on the dot. And Mason's out there, so I imagine this is going to be a QB sneak. How about a tush push? How about a steel shiv? It's got to be Mason up on a sneak. No, I mean Najee's in the backfield. I think it's got to be a sneak with Mason. Here we go. 4th and inches. Mason sneaking. He's got it. First down, Steelers. He got it, and the officials immediately knew he got it. 9:37 to go. And a very critical first down conversion on 4th and inches. And the Steelers keep possession from the Seattle 12-yard line. They can still get a first down without the end zone. Pistol formation. Najee right behind Mason. And they give to Naj, and Naj stumbled before he can even get to the pile. And he's going to lose a couple of yards on that run. Clock winding. Steelers have had this ball going on 5 minutes now. 11th play of the drive. 8:35 left. 2nd and 10. They actually said they got back to the line of scrimmage. Penetration at the line right before even Najee got the ball. There, he's going to lose a yard. That one, he'll definitely lose a yard there. Wagner was in on that tackle, and Wagner looks like he's shaking up a little bit. So just like that, it's quickly 3rd and 10. And it looks like all that 4th down conversion is going to do is just wind clock down. Because it's quickly 3rd and 12. Mason in a shotgun with a sidecar to the right. Two wides to the right. Mason takes a snap. He looks right. Now he looks middle. It just fires a pass. Pass caught at the 9-yard line by Jalen Warren. He's going to be well short of a first down. And it's going to bring up 4th and about 5. And that's going to bring Boz out for a field goal to extend their lead right back to 7. Good job by the Seahawks defense to hold serve despite the 4th down conversion on 4th and inches. This will be a short 26 yards from the right hash. Snap, hold is good. Kick up right down Broadway. So the Steelers cashing in off a terrific catch by George Pickens with 7:07 left. And it's 27-20. As stated numerous times I have, Green Bay, Minnesota, New Orleans, Tampa, a lot of NFC wildcard hopefuls rooting for the black and gold to deliver to put the set right now currently the 7-seeded Seattle Seahawks at 8-8 to make playoff implications more compromising than precarious. Take a quick look at the out-of-town scores. See what's going on here. Denver at the end of the 3rd. So far, the difference of that game was the Humphrey 54-yard touchdown. It's 13-6 Denver as they enter the 4th and final round, or 4th and well, maybe not. There might be overtime there. And at Arrowhead, Kansas City or Cincinnati is up 17-16 on Kansas City, but Kansas City with a big play from Rashee Rice. I got him in fantasy against Nick. Oh man, I might have won the Brosis Bowl with that one. Rashee Rice, you might have saved my ass. You may have saved my ass. Oh baby, yeah, that's gonna be quite a season finale. Even though there's some drama's gone with no drama surrounding the number 1 seeds on either side, but there's some definitely drama for the AFC East Division title. Miami and Buffalo. Winner wins the East, and it's gonna be the number 2 seed. Losers probably gonna be likely the 7th seed, or excuse me, the 6th seed. Maybe 5 with Cleveland. We don't know what's gonna happen there. Kansas City. They are driving to take the lead, and if they were to win, they win the AFC West and will be the number 3 seed. And the kickoff is in through the end zone for a touchback. Gino's showing Geno Smith highlights. Geno's had a really good day today. He's found DK Metcalf in quite a few good spots. Noah Fant's had a pretty good day. Jackson Smith and Jigba's only had 1 catch, but it was for a touchdown. It was a good catch, too. They've had trouble finding Tyler Lockett, though. That's been the big problem. But they don't have Kenneth Walker out there. It's Charbonnet in the backfield. Gino looking, hit, sack, fumble! It's a fumble! Do the Steelers have a fumble recovery? They got the damn ball! Sack, strip, fumble, and that is massive! Oh, Herbig! It was Nick Herbig, our 4th round acquisition that we traded up. We made a trade on draft day and ultimately ended up being him. Oh no, that would have been Darnell at Washington, but because we got Herbig late 5th, maybe late 4th, something like that. But nonetheless, the rookie with a sack and strip, and the Steelers have it at the Seattle 16-yard line. 7 minutes left. They give to Najee. Najee up the middle, gains about 1 yard. At this point, this is just burn clock and extend your lead. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, would love a touchdown. But a field goal's okay too, as long as that clock continues to burn. We'd like another first down. 2nd and 9 coming up, 6:36 to go. Oh man, that was huge. Steelers had trouble getting to Geno Smith all day, and they finally got through. Mason, shotgun. Warren to his right. And now they're going to try a jet sweep through Austin. Austin at 10. Or excuse me, that's Pickens. Pickens is going to step out of bounds. Where did he step out of bounds? Did he get a first down? Oh, he might have stepped out just shy. No, he stepped out at about a couple of yards shy of the mark, I think. It's going to depend on where he stepped out at. They're saying 1st and goal. And they're going to say that was a little toss to Pickens. So that technically was a catch and run. So Pickens over 100 yards, and the challenge flag is out. And that's a good challenge by Pete Carroll no matter what. You got to challenge that no matter what. They said 1st and goal. I don't know where they spotted it. I thought it looked like he stepped out just shy of that first down marker. Here we go. Taking a look here. No, not yet. Oh, that's where he stepped out. Okay, he stepped out after the first down. He stepped out at the 5-yard line. I mean, yeah, Uncle Tim, yeah, it's not a matter of we've been letting them hang in there. It's not like, oh, we're much better than Seattle. I'm like, Seattle is as good as... Seattle could be really good if they're on their... Seattle's a really good team. I mean, they're not an 8-7 by accident. They're a really solid team. And they're saying the call stands, so Seattle loses a timeout in the process. And with the Steelers having the ball at 1st and goal, looking to extend the lead to 2 possessions, that's a valuable timeout that's gone. Again, I don't blame them for doing it. I felt like they didn't have a choice. So it's 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. And I imagine the Steelers are just going to pound this rock. Here we go. The handoff to Najee. Najee up the middle. Najee's going to fight his way forward to about the 3-yard line for about a couple of yards. Which actually, that's okay. He didn't score, but it's 40 seconds off the clock. I'm sure Cowboys fans are going, see, we should have done that last night. We wouldn't have that fiasco at the end. And the clock has stopped at 5:21. Is Seattle called a timeout? Clock has stopped for some reason. It's showing 5:21 and 17 on the play clock. Let's see if I can hear anything here.
You have the independent observer upstairs. That's what we see sometimes when the referees call to the sideline.
They did speak to both Mike Tomlin and Pete Carroll. It looks like everybody's okay. They're
Thumbs up from Hockley.
That's correct.
Must have been a.
Now we're set.
Must have been an emergency going on. And just wanted them to halt everything and make sure everything was okay. I didn't get the full story. Anyway, second and goal from the 3. Give to Ward to the left. And Ward is only going to get back to the 3-yard line. That's it. Try to sweep around the corner and hearing Bobby Wagner doing a good job getting on the tackle on that one. It's going to be third and goal for the 3-yard line. Again, didn't get the end zone, but it also is more time off the clock. Now the clock's again stopped at 4:51.
Hockley has again headed over to the sideline.
What's going on here? Hockley's something's going on. Looks like he's talking to one of the executives.
Wish we could give everyone information. We're kind of dumbfounded as well, trying to understand.
Is there some kind of emergency going on that's...
Taking them down, or are they hearing something from the stands?
Mike's on!
Hockley back to the Steelers huddle.
Yeah, some kind of weird delay going on here with the Steeler game that's halting everything. Well, they didn't reset anything. They just stopped everything where it was. 4:43. I'd wait a little bit before he snapped that. Under center. Fakes the handoff. Fires just... And tried to find Pickens in the end zone. Rudolph just throws it through at the field goal net. And it's going to be 4th down. I'd rather prefer if you just run that ball. If you didn't get in the end zone, that's fine. But good discipline by Rudolph just to say, you know what, or excuse me, I think that was Deontay Johnson and he was thrown in the vicinity of, oh no, it's Robinson who was there. He couldn't find anyone open, so he just threw it away just so he can get Boz out there for a field goal from 21 yards out from the left hash this time. Snap, and the field goal is good. 4:31 to go. Seattle still has a couple of timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but Seattle, the deficit is now 2 possessions. I forgot to change the. I forgot to change.
Score game with 4.5 minutes left. You almost get into a 2-minute mode, which
430 yards on offense and the time of possession. I love that. I love the time of possession. We've had the ball 35 plus minutes, almost double the Seahawks in total plays. But the Steelers can't play not to lose here on defense. Because Seattle could score quickly. They have shown that they could score quickly, especially with someone with the capability of DK Metcalf. Kickoff is away, and it's returnable to the 20. And at the 25, and that's about where he'll end up. So 4:23 to go. They're showing the last time these two met was a couple of years ago. And they're showing Nick Herbig sack and strip. And Geno Smith's got to be thinking deja vu. Nick Herbig, oh, he got the recovery as well. First and 10 for Seattle from their own 26. They need points in a hurry. Geno takes the snap. He looks. Fires to his right. Pass caught. DK Metcalf to the 40 and tackled at the 41-yard line. And this is where I get nervous here because, again, guys like DK Metcalf are out there. Tyler Lockett hadn't been a catch all game, but he's dangerous. Geno with a quick pass to Charbonnet, and Charbonnet is going to get about 4 or 5 yards. Clock winding. 3:51 to go. Watt had pressure on him, but he couldn't sack. Here, nice hit, but he was just a second late. 2nd and 5. Looking. Geno. Another dump off, another first down to Charbonnet this time. He's in Steeler territory to the 40 and tackled at the 39-yard line. Seahawks in a hurry. They want to get these points on the board before the 2-minute warning. From the Steeler 39, Geno, shotgun. Takes the snap. He's looking. Now scrambles to his right. He's just going to run. He's going to run out of bounds for about 3 yards. And it's going to be with 3:18 left in the fourth. 2nd and 7 from the Steeler 36. Now keep in mind the field goal is out there. The field goal is an option. And they are in Myers' range. And we got a flag. The Seahawks are going to get caught, I think. Yep. False start on Seattle. Well, the clock wasn't running, so. Oluwamate, or I can't say his name. Sorry, dude. I'm just going to call you Olu because that was your first name. Clock wasn't running, so it's going to be 2nd and 12 from the Steeler 41. They needed 29 for a first. Geno takes the shotgun snap and fires a quick pass. Pass is caught by Tyler Lockett. That's his first catch of the day. He's short of a first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. And once again, a hurry up. 3:05 left. Still the 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning in the pocket. From the 31. Looks. Fires, dumps a pass. Pass is caught. It's a first down to the 25 and tackled at the 23-yard line. 2:47 left. And is that TJ Watt down? Oh, boy. TJ's slow to get up. He needed helped up. And even Geno Smith got banged up as well. Yeah, Geno's feet got tangled up. Watt was tackled to the ground here, and Geno tripped up behind him. Here is behind Geno, and Geno got tripped up, and Watt has to be helped out of the... 1st and 10, clock continuing to run, 2:40 to go. From the 23, Geno fires through the... And the pass is caught by Parkinson inside the 10 for a first down at the 6-yard line. 2:30 to go. Once again, they want to get these points before the 2-minute mark. 2:20. 1st and goal. Geno, shotgun. Looks to his left. Fires toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete. Intended for DK Metcalf. Joey Porter Jr. on the coverage. But the clock will stop with 2:13 left. It might have been a touchdown if he reeled that in. It would have been like really close. Parkinson also having a pretty decent day. He did have the one drop earlier. Other than that, he's had a solid outing. Good job by Porter to bat that one away. 2nd and goal from the 6. 2:13. Geno again in shotgun. Sidecar right. 2 wides on both sides. Takes the snap. He looks to his left. Fires to the corner of the end zone. The pass is over the head of everybody. It was intended for Tyler Lockett. And now it's quickly 3rd and goal with 2:09 to go. I imagine this is going to be a pass play of some sort. I can't imagine this being a run. You want to get the... Again, a sack is what's going to hurt Seattle. Third and goal from the 6. Gino, shotgun, sidecar right, 3 wides to the left. Takes the step. He's looking to his left. Fires to the corner of the end zone again. The pass is going to be dropped by DK Metcalf. I don't know if he would have been in bounds either way, but he dropped it. But 2:05 to go. Good cover. It was good, solid coverage there by Porter Jr. It looks like Porter Jr. did get a hand in there a little bit, just enough to. Again, I don't know if DK would have caught that, or he would have been in bounds. I mean, as Jason Myers is out for a short field goal from 24 yards out from the right hash. Kick is up and it's good. 2:01 to go. 2:01 to go. That is very important. Very important that Seattle got that field goal in there. So Seattle, I don't think was going to try an onside kick here. I think they're just going to kick this off. You can't do an onside kick because if you don't get it, the clock's going to run. Boy, Joey Porter Jr. has had his hands full with that man, DK Metcalf, all day long. I really would not want to give that ball back to Seattle. This could be an onside kick here. We've got to be prepared for that. But here's the thing. If the Steelers do recover it, I want them to recover it and actually run with it a little bit so they can wind that clock to under 2 minutes. Here it comes. Onside kick. And it is recovered by the Steelers, and the clock did tick just 1 second off the clock. And that is a critical 1 second because that's the 2-minute warning. So that's a timeout off the board for the Seahawks as a very critical play and recovery. I couldn't see who recovered it. I think it was that might have been Deontay Johnson who recovered that. But nonetheless, they're good job to recover the ball and protect it, and ran that clock 1 second, a critical 1 second. And for the Steelers, who have done a great job running the ball all game long, if they can run 10 more yards, and this one's pretty much a wrap. However, if they don't get a first down and they don't wind the clock out, then Seattle is roughly going to have about a minute
Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's 16-6 Denver. Kansas City is up 19-17. They are driving a little bit inside Cincy territory with about 10 minutes left there. And they're showing the go-ahead touchdown by Najee Harris, plowing his way through. And there's a lot at stake from both ends, as stated before. Seattle could get in with 2 wins. They're not eliminated with a loss, but boy, it makes things complicated for the Seahawks if they can't pull this through. Steelers keep their hopes alive. Chargers missed a field goal. It's still 16-6. I imagine that's a wrap with that one. Denver's going to move to 8-8. The Chargers are going to fall to 5-11. Mason. Looking pass. Caught! Pickens to the 25-20 and a first down. Oh, instead of running the ball, a quick slant pattern to George Pickens. And they're in the red zone. But more importantly, that's going to be time off the clock. Ideally for Seattle, if you're Seattle, it's ideal to have them get the first down the first play, but still, there's not going to be a lot of time left, and they're in field goal range now. It might be a matter of just get the field goal. 7 for 131 for Pickens. What a play. They did what Dallas did last night, but this one worked. Seattle called a timeout, by the way. 1:52 to go from the 20. They give the Najee. Runs to the left, and he's going to get a couple of yards. But more importantly, Seattle calls their last timeout with 1:47 left. Oh boy, I guess I'm going to be streaming next week. Steelers in one-score games have been 7-2 this year. I mean, if they kick a field goal here, it won't be one-score game, but second down 8, 1:47 to go. Just protect the ball. Banana bunch to the right, and they give the Najee up the middle, and Najee's going to get a yard if that. Seattle's trying to rip the ball out. That's our only chance. Najee holds on to it. 3rd and 7 coming up. But the important thing is the clock. It reads 1:25. It says 1:20 to 20 on the play and clip. So roughly it'll be about a minute left when they take the next snap. I imagine the Steelers. Nope, they're gonna 5 seconds left of the play clock here, and you got a timeout. You're supposed to call one, and yep, there you go. Call a timeout. I thought they were going to just wind it down, then call the timeout. They were trying to run a play, but Tomlin quicked it. Should be 1:01 left. Yep, 1:01 left. Should just run one more play. Parity for the 24 teams remaining contention. The NFL record with 2 weeks left was 26. It was quite a traffic jam. 3rd and 7. Mason in a shotgun with Najee to his right as a sidecar. Takes the snap. Give the Najee up the middle. Najee 10, and he's got a first down. He just slides down the 5-yard line, and that is Elvis leaving the building. There's your final, 30-23. The Steelers are going to be 9-7. Tomlin's going to have his 17th non-losing season. And the Seattle Seahawks are their playoff ambitions have taken a hit on the bow in the form of a steel torpedo. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, outstanding performances today, and an outstanding performance by DK Metcalf as well. But the Steelers made a couple more plays than what made a couple more plays. So the Steelers are going to head to the crab cake in Baltimore with a chance to play for an 18th game. Take a look at what's going on over there in Cincinnati and in Arrowhead. That was a big win. Big road win against a very good team a team that's very tough to play against at home.
Yeah, Najee Harris goes down, running off the clock. He had 27 carries for 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, 30 to 23 over Seattle. Back to James Tony and Tracy. Now, the Steelers found the right. They put up 30 plus last week against Cincinnati.
Mason Rudolph, 2 outstanding performances in 2 starts. He didn't throw for a touchdown, but he didn't. Sacked by Kansas City. George Kaloptis there on the sack. But once again, the simplest way for the Steelers to advance is if they go to Baltimore and win, which Baltimore isn't going to be playing for anything. So I don't know if Baltimore is even going to be serious about this. And they're going to need a loss from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let me see. Can Buffalo lose, and can we get in that way? We didn't play Buffalo, so there's no head-to-head tiebreaker. Oh, man. I know the game's over, and it's just me looking at my phone here, but I just want to look at, standings updates. Say Buffalo's conference record 6-5. Steelers conference record also 6-5. Okay. If Buffalo were to lose, then they'd be 6-6. And the Steelers win, they're 7-5. So I think the scenario is either somehow Houston and Indy ties, which deja vu from 2 years ago, but that's unlikely. That's the unlikely one. I think we just need the win and a loss by either Jacksonville or Buffalo. I believe that is the scenario that can get us in there. Because right now we are sitting at 9. We know we can't pass both Indy and Houston because they're facing each other, so that's one spot cinched. However, we can have a better conference record than Buffalo if we tied with them. So I think it's either the Jacksonville way or the Buffalo way. I believe that is the scenario. I could be wrong. There is the head-to-head loss with Indy and Houston. We would be tied with them as well with Buffalo. But conference record factors between Pittsburgh and Buffalo because there's no head-to-head there. Even though there is a head-to-head with Indy and Houston, but that would be for the number 6 hole. Kansas City is kicking a field goal to make it 25-17. That's good. So it's still roughly a one-score game. Now, as for Seattle, if there's any Seattle fans here, you are still the 7th seed. However, a Minnesota and Green Bay factoring in, though. Oh, and they're showing if Cincy were to lose, they're eliminated because of the Steelers. So, like I said, they can't afford a tie with the Steelers. They have to outright have a better record. So Cincinnati would be eliminated if they were not to come back here. It looks like Denver still has a chance. But I don't know if that's due in part. That might be obsolete if Kansas City were to win, because Denver's only shot might have been the AFC West. I think Denver's eliminated if Kansas City were to win today. So for Kansas City, that would be good news for them. So they can rest their guys, because if they win, they're the number 3 seed. That's a done deal. And they're probably going to play Buffalo. And it looks like, could be Buffalo. It could be the winner of the Colt Texan game. Because Buffalo's not a shoe, and they have to travel to Miami. And Miami is going to be pissed in that game because how they were pretty much embarrassed by Baltimore. So Seattle, that loss is going to hurt once tonight is over, because you have Green Bay and Minnesota coming up. If Minnesota were to win, they'd have a 7-4 conference record. To Seattle's 6-5. I don't believe that Seattle has played either Green Bay or Minnesota. I'm taking a look at this right now. Does not look like it. Let me take one more check here. Yeah, Seattle only played the Detroit Lions out of the NFC North, so there's no head-to-head with either Minnesota or Green Bay. So whoever wins between Green Bay and Minnesota tonight might be in control of the 7th seed. I'm not sure about Green Bay yet, because Green Bay wins, then they would be sitting at 6-5 along with Seattle. I can't remember what's the next tiebreaker after conference games if that doesn't settle. I think it's common games, which means I think it's the like Seattle played all of the AFC East or NFC East, excuse me, and all of the AFC North. Oh my Lord, I'm looking at like what it was last week for the Steelers. Like they weren't even in the picture. They weren't even in the picture for the 7th seed. Now they're very much in the picture. Again, they haven't updated the numbers yet as far as percentages, like who could finish where and all that whatnot, but it looks like I think Green Bay would have the advantage in common games over Seattle. I guess the right guy to ask that question too is Tom Grossi. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna call it right here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Steelers 30, Seahawks 23. Steelers very much in the playoff picture. Need a win, and we need some help. But I'll be streaming next week. Here we go, Steelers. Take care.